lot of Black Friday deals are just not that good. So I might have to declutter that one. I just realized I don't need it. Let's not gatekeep here. Let me tell you where I got everything from. So I had a whole Black Friday video planned to post today. However, I feel like everything went wrong with that video. The lighting was just bad. The audio was not up to par and I filmed it twice. And another part of me just felt like I didn't really want to contribute to the noise of shopping Black Friday because I know that you are going to be bombarded with so many videos. I just decided, you know what? First of all, this holiday season, I've already spent a chunk of money on new lighting for my videos. And not only that, I have gifts to buy for my friends and family. And most of the things that I want are like fashion and makeup. And do I really need that? I've been doing a lot of convincing myself out of buying makeup and any Black Friday item in general, unless it's something that I feel like is going to benefit me in the future, like lighting for my videos. So if you are in the same boat as me and you're trying to, for whatever reason, just not shop during Black Friday or not purchase a lot of unnecessary things or save your money for whatever reasons you might have, then I encourage you to watch this video with me. It's going to be a long one, and instead of shopping, taking the time to declutter, organize, and clean the stuff that you already have, I realize that when I do this, I quickly am able to talk myself out of buying a lot of things because I just realize I don't need it. And a lot of Black Friday deals are just not that good. If you really consider what item you want, how much of a discount you're going to get, plus tax and shipping, it's never really a good deal. The way that I see it is that throughout the year, there's always going to be more sales on things, and I could always wait for it. So today I am spending my Saturday night organizing and cleaning my makeup. If you're wondering why I am currently doing my makeup this late at night, it's because I like to do my makeup and then take a shower. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Elle and I create beauty content for people who have acne-prone, textured, and oily skin, but in general, I make content for everybody. And I do have a sprinkle of a lifestyle on my channel. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in watching and learning more about, then don't forget to subscribe. I'm using the House Lab Concealer in the shade 31N. For spot concealing, I'm using the Tower 28 concealer. This is also the time that I try to figure out like whether I want to declutter something or not. And I do that by using the product. And sometimes when I use the product during the day, it doesn't feel safe. So I tend to like avoid it. I can't wait to show y'all my beauty room. I am obsessed with this room. I don't know what I ever did without one. And I'll give you like a sneak peek of what everything looks like. I still have a lot to like add to it and things, but I'm very slow when it comes to like decor because I just have a hard time making decisions in life sometimes. The theme of my room is very much like Cinderella blue, or it's like Cinderella mixed with The Notebook. I love the aesthetic of The Notebook, especially her blue dress. That is what inspired this room. And then I have a pillow that inspired this room. You can see the hint of blue right there. In my makeup room, I have one large chest where I store half of it with makeup, but I do have the IKEA Mom Vanity with the Amazon mirror lights, and I'll link that all in the description. My makeup is done, so let's start cleaning my room. So I'm just going to wipe each of these containers down. I honestly am always cleaning these containers because they get so filthy, so I don't really need to spray them or anything. So in this container, I'm gonna put my powders. I usually rotate through these powders, or sometimes I'll put in things that I want to use more of and I'll just remind myself. These are the Patrick Ta powders, Hourglass. I also am putting in the Anastasia highlighter, Gucci powder, Gucci bronzer, Chanel blush, NYX powder, and then my favorite Rare Beauty highlighter. And let me just wipe down this Victoria Beckham bronzing brick. It kind of gets handprints all over them. And there, that is so satisfying. Just gonna wipe this down. In this container, I think I'm gonna put in some of my eyebrow products, eyelash products, and I might be able to fit in some blushes. So these are things that I literally just can't do my makeup without. I have the Benefit Brow Setter, NYX Lift and Snatch, Maybelline Brow Pencil. This is my favorite mascara of all time, L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. And then I have eyelash glue. Oh, actually, let me add in blushes. So I think I can fit these smaller blushes in there. I have the Persona Terracotta blush. This is so pretty. My two Dior blushes that I use all the time. And then currently, this is a favorite of mine at the moment. It's a Tower 28 Magic Hour. I'm still kind of getting my thoughts out on this, but I really have been enjoying using this. And ta-da! In this container, I'm gonna put all of my concealers. I have been testing out a lot of concealers for a video, so that's gonna be why I have so many concealers in here. And these are all of the concealers that I'm gonna be putting in here. It's a lot, I know. I like to start from like the largest products to the smallest. So let's put House Labs concealer, Koskas concealer, and then NARS Soft Matte, which I mainly just use this to clean up my eye makeup and my brows. Boop, boop, and I can fit right there. I'm gonna put in my Rare Beauty blushes. I have the shade Grace, Hope, and Happy. Then I'm also gonna put my favorite bronzing sticks from Rare Beauty, and I have the shade Good Energy and Happy Soul. That is literally perfect. It's so satisfying. I'm gonna put all of my tube makeup products, like squeezy tube products in here. So Pillow Talk matte blush wands, I'm obsessed with these. Rhode Peptide lip tints. I also have another color, but it's in my purse, so I'm just gonna put these two in here for now. Naturium Phytoglow lip balms. If you can't tell, I am going to do a video on all of these tinted lip balms, so stay tuned for that. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to see a video on tinted lip balms. And then like I have some random space here, so I think I'm gonna put these products in there. So Glow Recipe Dewdrops, and then this is my all-time favorite product, About Face Matte Eye Paints in the shade Cloned. That's what it's called. Okay, actually I take it back. I have lip liners that I need to put somewhere, so I'm gonna put these lip liners. I feel like they fit pretty well. These are the mini Makeup Forever lip liners, and then the Patrick Ta lip liners. I think that looks good. And then I do have space for random stuff. About Face eye paints in there. I also have this mini Say Glow thingy mablibber, Urban Decay sharpener, Vaseline for moisturizing my lips. And then I'll see if I have anything else that I can put here. I think I could actually put my eyelash curler, tweezers, and scissors. I don't know about the tweezers. Oh, there we go. Oh, cute. In this one, I usually put my current favorite lip products. So for now, these YSL Candy Glazes are my all-time favorite. I have shades 13 and 15. I've been wearing them a lot. The new Patrick Ta lip gloss in the shade Headliner. And then Benetint. And I do have some leftover space here, so I'm just gonna put the rest of my skincare things. This is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Serum. It's not my favorite, it's sticky, but I'm trying to use it up. Starface Pimple Patches, blotting sheets from Muji, and then some hair clips. Good morning, friends. It's actually not morning, it's 2 p.m. But I just finished my everything shower, my morning routine, did the thing, and last night we finished organizing my vanity drawers, and today we're gonna go into my actual chunk of makeup in my little chest thing that I have. I don't know what you would call it, but my mini dresser situation. But first I just wanted to do a little bit of makeup. I don't know about you, but every time I do my makeup, I always feel slightly more motivated, so it's just part of the routine at this point. I think I might do a slight declutter because I was thinking about it last night before I went to bed, and there are some products that I know for a fact that I'm gonna get rid of, and then there's some products I have to keep because I do want to make videos on it before the end of the year. And I also think that I am kind of overflowing with makeup. I went a little makeup crazy this year, so I'm just trying to like figure out balance of like reviewing makeup, not buying too much makeup. If I was just a regular person, my makeup collection would not be this size. I love to use the same products over and over again. I have this little zit going on here, but I have been trying a new skincare routine, so I might update y'all on that. Spoiler for future videos, the House Labs concealer, I think, I'm still testing things out, so far has been my favorite concealer for under the eyes. If there's anything I learned about myself this year is that I am a concealer girly. I use like 4 concealers in one makeup look. A little excessive, but I feel like I can't find one concealer that does it all. I just can't. Because I'm lazy today, I'm gonna use the About Face eye paints. I have a whole video on this color in particular in Cloned if you want to watch my thoughts on this, but short story, I'm obsessed with it. It's so easy. It's like blending cream or liquid bronzer onto your eyes, but it's way more pigmented. And it lasts so long on the eyes, and the color is just smoky brown. It's chocolate latte brown, the epitome of the latte trend. Look at that. Oof. Blend the concealer under my eyes. I just want to smoke out the outer corners slightly. Mascara, Tower 28 Cream Blush, makeup and hair is done. I'm just gonna leave it down today, and I'm probably gonna stay in this row for the rest of the day. But now that that's done, let's get started with organizing the rest of my makeup. So last night I did do a quick bit of organization for these drawers. However, I realized that there's just too much stuff in them, and a lot of the things are really not necessary to keep in here, and I would consider them products that I am testing. So I don't want them in my official, makeup collection that I personally keep for myself. So what I'm gonna do is take out things that I don't know well enough and put that in a testing box until the end of the year before I am ready to declutter them. So in here are all of my foundations. I do test a lot of foundations. I think that this right here, the L'Oreal True Match Nude, I have 2 shades because I bought the wrong shade. So this one I know is gonna go, and then I'm keeping this one. I know I like this. I know I love this. As for the Chanel, I love these, but they are getting old. I have 2 shades. So I think what I'm gonna do is test these out and just pick the color that I feel like is the one that I use, which I'm pretty sure it's this one. So we're going to put these to the side. Actually, I'm just gonna keep this one, BT51. As for Charlotte Tilbury and Elle, truthfully, I don't love these. I just, as an oily skin person, don't feel the need for them, unfortunately. I think I am going to keep it in my testing area because I feel like this would be necessary for a review at some point. Love this Tower 28 tinted sunscreen, so I'm going to keep this here. Then I have the Glossier concealer. And spoiler, I actually might get rid of this because I don't know if I really like it that much. Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop, which I don't love, but I do like the convenience of it, so I am gonna keep it. Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops, the liquid version, do like that. I have LA Pro. This is some mixing paint in case something doesn't match me. I can now move the L'Oreal Infallible. I love this foundation. Now I have a lot of powders here, so I know these concealers I'm going to keep, so we're just going to keep it in here. Keeping this. Spoiler, again, I'm going to mention this in a video, but I hate this powder, especially the shade Translucent Honey. It looks awful on my brown skin tone, so she is going. I don't know where she's going, but she's going. I do have the mini version of the translucent version, and it's slightly better, but the formula is still not my favorite, but keeping that for now. Oh, the Huda Beauty powder. I'm only keeping this for review, but I am going to give this away. It's a really good powder, but it does make my skin sensitive, and it makes my skin itch for some reason, so unfortunately, I can't really have it as my own. Oh, that's perfect. I have more powders, like the Patrick Star powders, one size powders that I can fit in here. Givenchy, Kosas. Can move the Elle one here now. Do like this one. So I'm gonna do it like this. Let's see. Ooh, she's cute. Okay, and then my powder foundations. Ooh, yes. It fits so perfectly. That's so satisfying. This is my bronzer and blush drawer. Honestly, this is kind of organized already, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of anything here. I have my bronzing sticks and then also liquid products here. I have some cream, anything that fits in here, more like small sizes and then medium sizes and then the face palettes. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of any of this yet. What should I do? I know I'm keeping all of the face palettes. These are the Hourglass ones. These are Charlotte Tilbury. We have the Dior highlight palette, and then Physicians Formula Butter Contour Palette. This is so underrated. If you see this in the store and you want something like this, I feel like it's such high quality. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. I honestly have a hard time getting rid of my blushes. I have tried to declutter my blushes many times and I just can't seem to. I have such an attachment to them for some reason. So I'm gonna just leave this as is. I'm sure there's like something I can declutter, but I'm just not ready at this point. So these are all of my lip products and some random eye products. Here I have all of my Sunny's face lipsticks, Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, Dior lip glow oils, e.l.f. lip oil, and Kosas lip oil. This is where I keep all of my lip glosses and glossy products. Here is where all of like the pencils are. I have an eyebrow product in here and a primer. And in here I have my About Face eye paints. And unfortunately, I think I have to declutter these because they have gone bad, which is so sad because I got them this year. So I think what I'm gonna do is take these out and put them to the side to swatch and see if any of them can be salvaged. These ones are okay. I would not recommend them, the glittery eye paints. I think that a lot of the glittery powder eyeshadow formulas have just been more innovative and you don't really need these. But I do think I'm going to keep one or two. So I'm going to swatch these before I decide to keep them. I also have some NYX glitter glue, a single Moon Dust eyeshadow, and this is a single of the Hourglass Scattered Lights. So these are all of the About Face eye paints and I'm going to test them out to see if they are still good. I do have the shade in Cloned and the formula is still kicking. It is wet and creamy, doesn't really cause like patches to it or anything like that. So I'm really obsessed with this and I do use this all the time. So I think that's why it's still good. But unfortunately, the colored ones I don't use all the time and I think they've gone bad. So I don't know. This one is in the shade New Karma, which is purple. And this one is, yeah, this one's too liquidy. And what happens with like a very liquidy formula is that it just ends up being patchy on the eyes. I remember trying to use this one and it just kept getting patchy. I kept trying to build it up. Yeah, it's not the same as the shade Cloned. It gets patchy. You can't really really see it that well on camera. I don't want to get rid of this. I'm wondering if it's a thing of like shaking it or something. I might check online to see if there's like a solution to it, but the formula is just too wet, and I think it's because I haven't used it for a while, so I might have to declutter that one. This is a shade in Vertigo, which is a green. Ooh, this one's good. She's still popping. It's liquid, but there's still enough of a cream to it where it doesn't cause the formula to get patchy. Ooh, I'm so excited to use this one. I might like play with that today after I do my little makeup chores. Then I have this shade, which is really pretty, and this one's in Replicant. It's like a blue. Wait, this one's good too. She's gorge. Oof, yeah, she's like a powdery blue. I'm keeping her. So far, so good. These two are being kept. I think it's only the purple one that has gone bad. Okay, and here are all of my eyeshadow palettes. I love a good mini eyeshadow palette, but I feel like I don't need all of this. And I've gone through some of them already. As you can tell, I don't have a lot of large eyeshadow palettes because I've slowly been trying to decide what eyeshadow palettes I want to keep. But these ones, I know for a fact, these are my colorful eyeshadow palettes. This is the Glam Light Blue Raspberry palette. I don't wear a lot of color, but every once in a while, I do love to play with color. So that's why I'm keeping this palette, especially blues. I love blues. This is a nostalgic packaging. It's from Lizzie McGuire, What Dreams Are Made Of, ColourPop. I actually made my own palette in this packaging because I didn't like the other color story, and I'm a big fan of purples and pinks and yellows, so I just took old ColourPop eyeshadows and put them in here. This is probably one of my all-time favorite palettes from ColourPop, hence why it's one of the only ones I still own. It is the Star Wars Mandalorian palette. Look at all of those greens. Oh, love it. This is the MAC Connect in Color palette. It's actually on sale for Black Friday right now. Oof, I can't open this. This is a somewhat neutral eyeshadow palette. I don't know how to describe this color story. Truthfully, I don't know if I get enough use out of this, but I'm not trying to make hard decisions right now, so I am going to keep it. This is one of the Charlotte Tilbury holiday palettes. I am obsessed with the formula in this holiday palette, and I just wish she would have brought it back because the formula is just top tier. And here we have the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I have used the heck out of this. It's such a staple to have. I think at some point I am going to declutter it though, because there have been so many matte eyeshadow palettes that have come out, and I don't really love the formula in this if I'm being for real, but I do like having the colors in here. So I'm gonna get some use out of it, not gonna declutter it yet. And I do love to travel with this. This is a good palette to travel with. I also have a fancy YSL Couture Clutch palette. These are the shades. The formula is nice, but it's fragile. Like mine's broke. And I feel like that is just so not okay for how expensive this palette is. So I don't know. I am going to keep it though because it's expensive and I do love the formula, but I'm just upset that it breaks really easily. I had to like press all of it back in. I have multiple mini palettes from Natasha Denona, and I know for a fact I am decluttering this one. I have kept it for as long as I've purchased it, trying to decide whether I like this color story or not. And I see why most people might like the mini retro, but the color just turns out gray on my lids. And if I wanted gray, I would go for the I Need a Nude palette or the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. I want green when I reach for this palette, and it doesn't give me green. So unfortunately, she is going to go. The nude mini palette is my absolute favorite, so she is staying. And then this palette is the mini gold. I'm still trying to grasp whether or not I'm obsessed with this or not, but it does give me green. So I'm going to keep this for now. This is a palette remix from the Natasha Denona Biba palette, the Moon Dust Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. Still really enjoy this. It's really new, so obviously keeping. I have two Pat McGrath palettes. I know I'm keeping these. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams palette. I'm obsessed with this quad. Such a great formula, keeping. The Celestial Pearl from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think I get enough use out of this, but I do want to keep it, so keeping. Two more Pat McGrath palettes. This is her what is this one? Celestial Nirvana Bronze Bliss. I've used the heck out of this one. These two shades are my favorite, so she's staying. This one is fairly new. It's from her new holiday collection. It has rosy, purple shades, mauves, very glimmery. I'm still trying to get to know it, so keeping. These are random indie single shadows. I forgot where this is from. Something Moon. I'll put it in the description, but I do love these. They're so sparkly, so keeping that. These, I also might just get rid of because I just don't use these. I just don't use singles. But they're so pretty. I don't know. I can't make hard decisions right now, so I'm going to keep them here and organize. But I think I am going to play around with these more just to decide. Let's not gatekeep here. Let me tell you where I got everything from in case you wanted it for your own vanity too. So first of all, the table for my vanity is from IKEA. It's the Malm. I don't know what it's called, but I'll link it in the description with my affiliate link if you wanted to use the link to support. I do earn a small commission, but again, no pressure there. I feel like everyone and their mother has this IKEA desk, but I do really like it. It's not the most sturdiest and it doesn't open all the way, but I love how I can fit all of my makeup in one drawer. And then it's also like a short enough width where you can lean in to your mirror without having to like, you know, lean in, if you know what I'm saying. I do have a separate mirror, which this is the mirror that I have from Anthropologie, because I still do like to go up close and personal when I do my makeup. And then I have a large mirror just for lighting purposes, because you need good lighting to make your makeup look good. You know what I'm saying? The lighting mirror is from Amazon, so I'll link that in the description also in case you want to get it for yourself. I do really like the quality of it. It changes like different white balance modes and you can change the brightness of it, and I like to use it to film. As for the makeup chest or dresser, I'm pretty sure it was actually meant for socks and underwear. I got that from HomeSense and I'm obsessed with it because it has some character to it, you know? It matches with my decor and it's not just another IKEA piece of furniture. Nothing wrong with IKEA furniture, but I hope to get to the phase in my career or my finances where I can buy furniture with real character and furniture that will actually last me. Anyways, I really like the dresser because it does have a little bit of character to it. The only downside is that I couldn't find containers that fit in it. And I'm like really detailed with a lot of things. So luckily the containers that I have are actually custom 3D printed from my boyfriend. He has a 3D printer and we were able to measure it to size, which is really nice. If you know anyone that has a 3D printer, see if they can pull some strings for you. I'm not saying buy a 3D printer for this, but it's kind of nice. So I can fit all of my little blushes. I feel like it's so satisfying. Nothing is more annoying than when you try to play Tetris and things just don't fit. So if you're able to get them custom, that is probably my biggest recommendation. For the IKEA vanity drawer, I was able to find these from Walmart, and they're from the brand Made Smart, and they're really cool because they also click. They click. You see the little indent there? Boom. So they stay together. They also have like small dots on the inside, so it keeps your products from like moving around. And then my vanity chair was also from HomeSense. You can get it like off of the internet also. If you can't find it, just search heart chair. They sell it on Amazon. I'll link that in the description. So that is my makeup organization, vanity organization, declutter. I have no idea what I'm gonna call this video. I hope that this motivated you to kind of take a pause, sit with the products that you already have, appreciate them, be grateful for them, and convince yourself out of purchasing things that you just don't need more of. But before I leave, let me show you the before and after montage because I can't let my hard work go to waste. I feel so good to finally have my makeup organized. I have a clear head, clear space. I'm gonna sit down and plan some content. There is going to be some declutters coming up. I am going to do some roundup reviews of makeup product categories like foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer. So make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on my end of year videos. If you want to support my channel this season, then please give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below as to whether you're going to be shopping Black Friday or if you're trying to slow down and take a pause this season. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!